Hey guys, hi, welcome back. So in this video we shall discuss about the various processes, and the first process that we will be discussing is the isobaric process. So in isobaric process the pressure is what? The pressure is constant. All right. And if you see graphically, what will you see if you draw a graph between the pressure and the volume?
This is the
Suppose this is
pressure.
the volume and
Then
this is
what
the
you will see here, that if a system is moving from a position 1 to position 2, then at the position 1 its volume is v1 and at position 2 its volume is v2. Now you will write that the work done. We know that the work done is what? It is dw, it is equals to pdv. Right, so you can write the work done w, it is equals to integration of pdv. So p is a constant term, so it is outside, that is pressure is
constant here. So integration of dv. So the volume will be what? Within the limit v1 to v2. So when you will integrate this term, you will get the work done w is equals to p. Integration of dv is v. So when you will put the upper limit and lower limit, you will get v2 minus v1. All right. So this is the work done. Now, if you see the first law of thermodynamics, the first law of thermodynamics. So while doing the problems, we have used the first law of thermodynamics multiple number of times, and we know that dq it is equals to du plus dw. That is the change in heat is equals to the change in the internal energy plus the amount of work done. Right. So you see here the amount of work done we have calculated dw, which is p v2 minus v1. Right. So if I write here dq, it is equals to du plus p v2 minus v1. So now you see, we already know that this du is equals to what? We have already done du, it is equals to ncv dt. All right. And if you know the ideal gas equation, pv is equals to nRT. So from here, if you write pv is equals to nRT, so this will become what? v2 minus v1 is ultimately delta t, na? Delta v. So you can write delta t. So if you write here dq is equals to ncv dt plus this p will give you what? This p and v, it will give you n r delta t. Right. So here you see delta t or dt both are same thing. So you will get dq is equals to n cv plus r. This is what? dt. Now you see from Mayer's equation you already have that cp minus cv is equals to r. So from here if you see cp is equals to what? cv plus r. Yes or no? So if you see here dq will be equals to what? N cp dt. All right. So this is when the pressure is constant. For isobaric process, the first law of thermodynamics can be written as dq is equals to ncp dt, and the work done w is p into with v2 minus v1. All right. So this is the isobaric process. Now we will see the isochoric process. So in isochoric process, what is constant? This time the volume is constant. All right. And if you see the graph, then the graph will be somewhere like this. This is pressure volume, and the volume is what? Constant. All right. Now, if you are asked to find the work done in this case, so you know W is equals to what? Integration of P dV. Yes or no? Now you know volume is constant. Yes or no? That means dV is equals to 0. All right. So as a whole, what you will get? That the work done will be equals to what? 0. Yes or no? If W is equals to 0, del V is equals to 0, then the first law of thermodynamics will give you what? Let's see the first law of thermodynamics. So when you will use the first law of thermodynamics, you know dq is equals to du plus dw. Now this term will be equals to 0, right? So you will get dq, that is the change in heat, is equals to the internal energy. All right, dq is equals to du. This is the case, and you already know dq is equals to what? You can write, because du is equals to ncv dt. So you can write from here that dq is equals to what? ncv dt. So this is the first law of thermodynamics in case of isochoric process. This is how you can write. And the work done is what? 0 in this case. All right. Now let's see the isothermal process. So isothermal process, it is also called a slow process. Okay, isothermal process are generally slow processes. So in case of isothermal process, you see the temperature is constant. In this case, what is constant? The temperature is constant. Now the graph will be somewhat like this. This is the volume, this is the pressure. It will be somewhat like this. This will be the graph. The slope will be somewhat this pattern. Now you see in this case, and the temperature is constant, that means delta T will be equals to what? 0. Yes or no? If you see the work done in this particular case, what is the work done? W is equals to, first let me write dW is equals to PdV. So if you write in this case, if I write W is equals to integration of PdV, right? Now you see this is PdV. You know that PV, it is equals to nRT. Yes or no? This is the format. So from this, when you will write, you can write the value of the pressure. You can write P, you can substitute P. So you can write it as what? NR is constant. Yes or no? And T, it is also a constant term. So T will be also outside. From this you will get, sorry, P is equals to nRT by V. So if you substitute the pressure here, integration, you can write what? dV by V. And the limit will be what? Obviously, it will be V1 to V2. Yes or no? Now you see when you will do this nRT 1 by V, integration of 1 by V is what? ln V. So it will be ln V. So it will be what finally? Ln V means V2 minus V1. So you can write it as V2 by V1. So this is the work done in isothermal case. Clear? Now if you will substitute what? If you will do the case of the first law of thermodynamics. For the first law, if you do dq, it is equals to what? Du plus dw, right? Now you see, you know that du is equals to what? ncv dt. So if temperature is constant, then this internal energy term, this will be what? 0. Yes or no? So you can write dq, it is equals to what? It is equals to dw, right? That means the work done in case of isothermal process is this one. dq is equals to dw, and this is the work done. All right. So this is all about the isothermal case. You can remember that in case of the isothermal process, what is happening? The temperature is constant, and this is the work done. All right. If you see, the first one was the isobaric process. Isobaric means pressure is constant. Isochoric means volume is constant. And if you're talking about the isothermal process, then in that case, temperature is constant. So these are the three very important processes when we are studying thermodynamics. Now we will see the next process, and that is the adiabatic process. So let's see adiabatic process. So in adiabatic process, what is constant? This time the heat is constant. All right, heat is constant. That means dq, this is equals to 0 in this case. All right, and you know the first of thermodynamics, you can write in case of adiabatic process dq is equals to du plus dw. So you can write directly that du will be equals to minus pdv. So before going into that, let's see in case of adiabatic process, we can write that pv to the power gamma, it is equals to constant. All right, this is the first thing. Now you see from the ideal gas equation, pv is equals to nRT. We know. So if you write for 1 mole of gas, 1 mole of ideal gas, if you write from here, you can write p will be equals to what? nRT by what? V. So if you will substitute here this value of P nRT by V to the power gamma, it is equals to what? Constant. So this will give you what? This will give you T V to the power gamma minus 1 equals to constant, because NR, these are the constant terms. Also you can write what? You can write that T to the power gamma, P to the power 1 minus gamma, this is also constant. Alright, this is one another relation that you can find. And one relation is what? Tv to the power gamma minus 1 is constant, and this Pv to the power gamma, it is also constant. So these are the three very important relationship. I'm writing here once again, Pv to the power gamma is constant. All right, Tv to the power gamma minus 1 is constant, and the last one is what? T to the power gamma, P to the power 1 minus gamma, it is equals to constant. So these three relationships, it will be used in questions. Now, when you are studying about the adiabatic process, let's see the graph of the adiabatic process. So if you see the graph, this is going to be the volume, this is the pressure. So you will see the slope will be somewhat like this. All right, there is a slight difference between the graph of the isothermal and the adiabatic process. All right, now you see when you will see the work done, okay, you have to keep two things in mind, because you know that del W it is equals to PdV, right? So when you will calculate the work done, I'm not doing the entire calculation, but the work done for the adiabatic process is given by Nr by 1 minus gamma T2 minus T1. All right, and you have to remember that delta Q is equals to 0. These are the very two important things that you have to remember about the adiabatic process. Now you see, when we are discussing about the work done, the first point that you have to remember is that work done by the system is positive and work done on the system is positive. See, work done by the system is positive. Work done by the system is what? Positive. All right, but work done on the system, it is what? Negative. Similarly, if you see for heat, all right, heat absorbed, it is positive. If you are given with heat absorbed, then the sign will be positive. But if heat is rejected or ejected, you can say heat rejected or ejected, then it is negative. So these are the things that you have to remember about work done and heat, because the science is very important. All right. So now let's see the cyclic process. So whenever you are discussing about a cyclic process, cycle means what? Which is what? Coming back to some original point. So cyclic process is that process which undergoes a change from one state to another through different states, and it is coming back to the original state. Such processes are called cyclic process. It is a process that undergoes. It is a process that undergoes change from one state to another through different states. Through different states, and comes back to the initial state. So these type of processes are said to be cyclic process. So if you see here, this is volume, this is pressure. So if a state is going from the position A to the position B, and again it is coming to the position A. All right, so in that state, the pressure is P1, volume is V1. Here the pressure is P2, volume is V2. So if you see here, a state is going from the state A to the state B, and again it is coming to the state A. Then this process is a cyclic process. Now you will see the work done in case of cyclic process, del W. It is what? It is the area enclosed by the curve. Del W, it is the area enclosed by the curve. All right, and there is one more important thing that you have to remember is that if the work done is clockwise, then it is positive, and if the work done is what? Anti-clockwise, then it is negative. So these are the two important points. Work done is clockwise, that means the work done is what? Positive. And if the work done is what? Anti-clockwise. Work done is anti-clockwise, then it will be what? Negative, right? So these are the very important things that you should know about the cyclic process. All right, and you have to remember whenever we are talking about the cyclic process, we know that du change in the state variables, it is 0. All right, so this is about the cyclic process. So now let's see the problems. So the first question is, a box is separated by a movable wall and it has two compartments which are equal. A box is separated by a movable wall and the compartments are equal. The pressure are 3 P naught and P naught respectively. So when the wall which is movable, it is allowed to move, then the pressure in the two compartments will become what? Equal. And you have to find the final pressure. So first, let's see the initial condition. In the initial condition, it should say that you have a box. It is separated by a movable wall. So initially the walks are equal. The pressure is 3 P naught and P naught. This is the initial condition. Later on it is said the movable wall, it is now moved. When it is moved, the pressure is becoming equal in both the sides, which is considered to be PF. And the volume will be obviously same. So you see here, you have to find this pressure. So we already know that there is one relationship which the adiabatic process gives, okay? The relationship between pressure and volume. So you already know that PV to the power gamma, it is equals to constant. This is for adiabatic process. So now when you will consider this to be a adiabatic process and PV to the power gamma, it is equals to constant, then you can write Pi Vi to the power gamma, it is equals to Pf Vf to the power gamma. Now, if I write for the first compartment, this particular initial conditions, this Pi Vi to the power gamma is equals to Pf Vf to the power gamma. If I write for the first compartment, then I can write here that 3 P naught V naught to the power gamma, it is equals to Pf V1 to the power gamma. So from this I can write V1 will be equals to what? 3 P naught V naught to the power gamma divided by Pf, this complete to the power 1 by gamma. Alright, because V1 to the power gamma, when you will bring power gamma to the other side, it will become V2 to the power, whole to the power 1 by gamma. Now if I write for the second compartment, if I write the same equation, then I will write what? I will write it to be P naught V naught to the power gamma equals to Pf V2 to the power gamma. And from here V2 will be equals to what? P naught V naught to the power gamma divided by Pf, this entire term to the power 1 by gamma. Alright, this is there. Now you see in this case the volume is what? Volume is constant in the initial condition also and the final condition also. So when the volume is constant, you can write what? The final volume V1 plus V2, it is equals to the initial volume V0 plus V0. Now V1 was equals to what? V1 was equals to 3 P0 V0 to the power gamma divided by Pf whole to the power what? 1 by gamma plus P0 V0 to the power gamma divided by Pf, alright, whole to the power 1 by gamma. This is giving you 2 V0. Now you see from both the left hand side and the right hand side, I can take common V0. So I'm writing here 3 P0, alright, whole to the power 1 by gamma plus here I'm writing P0 to the power what? Here I can write what? 1 by gamma. LCM I am taking Pf to the power 1 by gamma, and this entire term it is equals to what? V0 to the power gamma into with 1 by gamma. Alright, now you see gamma and gamma will get cancelled, so this V0 will cancel this V0. Alright, and here if you see, this will become 3 P0 to the power 1 by gamma, this whole term, okay, plus P0 to the power 1 by gamma. This will be divided by 2 equals to taking Pf to the other side to the power 1 by gamma. Now you see, this will become 1 by 2 to the power gamma because I'm taking Pf to the power gamma to the other side. And here if you see, if you take P0 to the power 1 by gamma common, then it will become just P0 because 1 by gamma into with gamma will get cancelled. And here within the bracket what you will have, it will be 1 plus 3 to the power 1 by gamma whole to the power what? Gamma. Yes or no? This is very simple. Just take P0 to the power 1 by gamma outside. If P0 to the power 1 by gamma is outside, into with gamma it comes, so it will get cancelled. It will be just P0 to, alright. And here if you see, it will be 1 plus 3 P0 because 1 to the power anything is 1. So it is just 1 plus 3 to the power 1 by gamma, and the entire power will come to be to the power gamma. Right? So this is the answer. So if you check the options, the correct option will be what? Option C. Just you have to apply the condition. Now let's come to the next question. Here it is said two different thermodynamic systems. They are described by these two equations of state. Here this T, N and U, they are representing the temperature, mole numbers and internal energy of the two systems. R, it is the gas constant. Now here it is said this U total, it is denoting the total energy when the systems, these two systems are put in contact and they are attaining the thermal equilibrium condition. Thermal equilibrium condition is the temperature is equal for both the system. So you have to find the ratio of the internal energy of the first system and the total energy. So you see here, these two equations will give you the internal energy of the first system and this will give you the internal energy of the second system. U total is just the sum of U1 and U total is just what? U total is the sum of U1 and U2. So you have to just do this. You have to just find out U1 and U2 from these two equations, take the sum and apply the thermal equilibrium condition. So I'm writing here what is U1 equals to. U1 will be equals to what? 3 by 2 N1 T1R and U2 will be equals to what? 5 by 2 N2 T2R. Alright. So now we will write what? The total energy U total. U total is equals to what? The sum of U1 and U2. That means it will be 3 by 2 N1 R T1 plus 5 by 2 N2 R T2. Now you see T1 will be equals to T2 because they are attaining thermal equilibrium. So here if I write here, if I take half common, alright, and I write here 3N1 plus 5N2 whole within the bracket and outside if I am writing RT1. Alright, this I have done to make the simplification easier. This is clear now? So you will take the ratio of what? U1 and U total. So U1 is equals to what? It is 3 by 2 N1 RT1 and U total I have calculated half 3N1 plus 5N2. Alright. And outside what we were having? RT1. So RT1 will get cancelled from numerator and denominator. Also this half will also get cancelled and you will have what? The ratio to be 3N1 divided by 3N1 plus 5N2. Alright. So now let's check the option. So the correct option is option B here. So you have to just see the values of U1 and U2 from the given equations, find U total and just take the ratio. Now let's see the next question. When an ideal monatomic gas, it is expanded adiabatically from an initial volume V0 to 3V0, its temperature changes from T0 to TT0. Sorry, T0 to T. So the ratio of T by T0. Ideal monatomic gas is there. It is expanded adiabatically. Initial volume is V0, final is 3V0. Temperature is changing from T0 to T. You have to take the ratio of T by T0. So adiabatic process it is said, and we already know there is an equation for adiabatic process. What you know? For adiabatic process, we have already seen there is a relationship between temperature and volume. That T V to the power what? Gamma minus 1, it is equals to constant. Alright. So if I write here, then what can I write? For the initial conditions and for the final one, what I can write here? It will be what? V0 to the power gamma minus 1 T0, it is equals to what? 3V0 to the power gamma minus 1 into with what? T0 into with T because it is the final one. Alright. Now you see gamma for monoatomic gas Cp by Cv, it is equals to 5 by 3. This is for monoatomic. So this value you will use here. You have to find the ratio of what? T by T0. Yes or no? So I am writing T by T0. It is equals to what? V0 by, it will be V0 by what? 3V0 whole to the power gamma minus 1 means what? 5 by 3 minus 1. V0 and V0 will get cancelled. It will give you 1 by 3 whole to the power what? If you take the LCM 3, 5 minus 3 is what? 2. So it is 1 by 3 whole to the power 2 by 3. Clear? Just use the adiabatic process condition, apply it and then put the value of gamma and you will get the ratio. Clear? Next you see, calculate the work done by a gas if temperature of 2 moles of an ideal gas is increased from T0 to 2T0 through the process this one. So this is the process through which a gas, okay, a gas is there whose temperature is increased from T0 to TT0. And how much gas is there? 2 mole. 2 mole of a gas, which is an ideal gas, its temperature is increased from T naught to 2 T naught through this particular process, and you have to calculate the work done. All right. So we know that the work done W, it is equals to what? Integration of P dV. All right. Here the process is given to you. Pt square, it is equals to constant. I am considering the constant to be alpha. So from here pressure it will be equals to what? Alpha by T square. Now you see you are discussing about ideal gas. For ideal gas we know that PV it is equals to what? nRT. So from here if I write this pressure to be alpha by 2T square into with V, this is what? nRT. So from here you can write V is equals to what? nRT cube by alpha. So when you will calculate dV from here, you will get it to be what? nR by alpha is constant. T cube will give you what? T 3T square. Alright. Now you will substitute here these values. So W is equals to what? P. P is how much? It is alpha by T square. dV is how much? nR by alpha 3T square dt. Here one dt will be there. Okay. So you see here, this T square will cancel this T square, this alpha will cancel this alpha. Now you see W is equals to nR are constant and 3 is also constant. Integration limit will be T naught to 2 T naught because the temperature is increased from T naught to 2 T naught and this is dt. So when you will do this, you see 3 nR. Integration of dt is T. When you will put the upper limit and lower limit, you will get it to be 2 T naught minus T naught. That means it is only T. So you see here W will be equals to what? 3 nR T naught. N is equals to 2 because 2 mole of gas is given to you. So if you write here N is equals to U, you will get what? 6 R T naught. Right? So this is the work done. So the correct option is option C. Clear? You have to just use the work done formula and the given condition. Now let's come to the next question. Here it is said a piston containing an ideal gas is originally in the state X. A piston is there originally, it is in the state X. The gas is taken through the thermal cycle, as it is coming from X to what? Y, then Y to X. Alright, a piston is containing an ideal gas originally in the state X, then it is taken through the thermal cycle X to Y, then Y to X, which is shown in the figure. Now you see the work done by the gas is positive if the direction of the thermal cycle is what? You have to see what is the direction of the thermal cycle so that the work done will be positive. We have already started that the work done is positive when the cycle is clockwise and it is negative when it is anti-clockwise. These are the two conditions. So here in this case, the cycle is what? Positive, clockwise. Yes or no? It is clockwise. Clockwise means what? The work done will be positive. So the work done by the gas is positive because the direction is clockwise. Alright, so this is the correct answer. Next you see the pressure P of a fluid, it is related to its density by the equation of state this. This is the equation which is relating the pressure of a fluid with its density. Here A and B, these are the constant terms. So if the initial volume of the fluid, it is how much? V naught. The work done on the system when it is compressed. So initial volume is V naught. We have to find the work done on the system when it is compressed so as to increase the number density from an initial volume rho naught to 2 rho naught. So you have to just calculate the amount of work done when the gas fluid is what compressed so that its initial value of the number density is rho naught is increased to what? Twice of rho naught. All right. And this is the equation which is relating the pressure and the density. So you know there is a formula for work done, that is dW is equals to what? Integration of P dV. All right, and you already know rho is equals to what? N by V. So if you see from here, you can write V is equals to what? N by rho. So dV will be equals to what? dV will be equals to minus N by rho square because 1 by rho is what? 1 by rho square on in differentiating. This will be d rho. So this value only we will substitute here. So here if you see, integration limit will be rho naught to 2 rho naught. So I am writing here integration limit rho naught to 2 rho naught. P is equals to what? A rho plus B rho square. Alright. dV is how much? Minus A, and I am taking outside. This is what? Rho square sorry, it is 1 by rho square d rho. Now we will do the simplification. So dw, it is equals to what? It is not dw, it is just w equals to integration I have put on now, so it is just w now. So w is equals to minus n. All right. Integration limit is rho naught to 2 rho naught. When you will multiply this, you will get a by what? Rho, plus you will get only what? Only b, because b rho square by rho square. This whole d rho. All right. Now you see this w, it is equals to, I don't know why I'm writing dw again and again. Sorry. So minus n is constant outside. Now let's do the integration. When you will do the integration, this a by rho on integration, it will give you what? A ln rho, right? Because 1 by rho is ln rho. Plus here you will get what? B rho. Integration limit is what? Rho naught to 2 rho naught. Now you see w will be equals to minus n. A is what? Constant. Yes or no? So if you see here, for the first term, if you see minus n, I'm keeping as it is. Here you see, or you can write n is equals to rho naught v naught also. This we will substitute. Okay, from here you can write rho naught is equals to what? Sorry, n naught is equals to what? Rho naught v naught. So this we will substitute, but I'm keeping minus n as it is. Let's see the inside terms. It is a ln rho. Ln rho will give you what? When you will do this, it will give you what? If you put the upper limit and the lower limit, you will get what? 2 rho naught minus what? Rho naught. This is what you are going to get. Just a second. Let me write the entire equation in the next page. What did we get? We got it to be minus w is equals to minus n. That I'm writing to be minus rho naught v naught. All right. Within the bracket, what we were having? We were having a ln rho plus. Here you were having b rho naught to 2 rho naught. Now I will split these terms. All right, w is equals to minus rho naught v naught as it is. Now you see this is a. Within the bracket I am writing what? ln rho. Here I am writing rho naught to 2 rho naught. Again minus rho naught v naught I am writing. B is the constant term. Here I am writing what? Putting the upper limit 2 rho naught and rho naught. All right. Now we will put the upper and lower limit in the first term as well. So let's see here. W is equals to minus rho naught v naught. So here A is the constant term. This is ln 2 rho naught by what? Minus rho naught. So you can write 2 rho naught by rho naught. And this side you are having minus rho naught v naught b. This side you are having just rho naught, because 2 minus 1 is 1. So you see here this rho naught and rho naught will get cancelled. And finally you can write W is equals to minus rho naught v naught taking common. Here you will have what? ln 2 A ln 2. This is what? Plus it will become. And this will be what? B rho naught. Alright. So this is the work done on the system. Because the sign is negative. You see the sign is negative here. So this indicates that the work is done. Work done is on the system. Clear? And it was already said in the question that the work is done by the gas. So the work will be done what? On the system. Clear? So the correct option will be option D. All right, this calculation I have done more clearly and like more in multiple number of steps so that it will be clear to you. Now let's see the next question. So now let's see the last question. Here it is said a thermodynamic system, it is taken through A, B, C, D. All right, A, B, C, D. It is shown in the figure. You have to calculate the work done during the process CD. So this is very simple. Work done for del W for what? CD. You can write, we know W is equals to what? PdV. So you can write just P V1 minus V2 I'm writing here because it is anti-clockwise. Now you see the value of P at this position is what? 2 into with 10 to the power 2. So it is kilopascal. So I'm writing it 10 to the power 3 multiplying just to make the unit joule. And V1 will be how much? This point is V1, 10 square. This is V2, 3 into with 10 to the power 2. So 10 square into with 3 into with 10 square minus 3 into 10 to the power 2. So here it is centimeter, so you have to convert it into meter. So 10 to the power minus 6 it will be, because it will be 10 to the power 2 whole cube now. So now you see del W will be equals to what? 2 into with 10 to the power 5. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. 10 to the power 2 I'm taking common into with 10 to the power minus 6. So here if you see, this will give you how much? 5 and 7. This is 2 to the 4 minus 4 into this will give you how much? Just 10. This will be joule. So it will be minus 40 joule. Clear? The correct option D. Just the values you have to take from the graph and just write the formula of the work done. So that's all in this video. Thank you so much. Have a good day. And one more thing I would like to say you, do all the problems once on your own. That will help you more. Thank you.